Hey everyone, this is another great nutrition video brought to you by Optimal You, Amway's premier wellness program. I'm Sarah Van Eerden, one of the registered dietitians with Optimal You.
And I'm Wendy Brookhouse, the other registered dietitian. Combined, Sarah and I have over 30 years experience in the field of nutrition. And did you know that all Amway employees, dependents, and spouses receive free nutrition consultations?
Call or email us today to schedule an appointment. We can't wait to meet you. Let's talk about resolutions that work. January is a time of good intentions and resets, but research shows that many of these resolutions are dropped by January 31st and even fewer make it past 6 months. Whether you're looking to improve your nutrition, increase physical activity, or better manage your stress, you can set yourself up for success this year with quality tactics for approaching your goal. It's time to stop wasting your time and get on that road to success. There are 4 mistakes that many people make when setting and approaching their resolutions, and one of them is poor planning. You want to set action steps each week. To have that higher goal or resolution is great, but there are going to be many action steps and many possibilities and options of ways to get there. And it can be overwhelming if we don't really sit and write it down, set that meal plan, and then also record your successes. When you write it down, you really make it tangible. You make that commitment on paper of what you're actually going to do and what working toward your resolution looks like. Those recorded successes, too, can help you reflect back on the month and look at where you had success and where maybe you fell short a little bit and adjust for that next coming month. And then when you have specific consecutive steps where you might start small when you're working toward a goal, such as maybe including more vegetables, your first goal and step could be to just make a meal plan that's centered around vegetables. Next, you're going to actually look at the number of servings. Then you might start to look at the variety of vegetables within that meal plan. So those consecutive steps can really help kind of guide your way to achieving that goal. Another mistake that people make is trying to go it alone. Social support can really increase your sustainability and make your habits stick when it comes to achieving these resolutions. So finding a friend, coworker, or family member, or using online support such as a health forum, that can really help solidify your success. Another option is community groups or gyms. We've got the gym here where we have group classes, or there's community runs, where people are kind of getting together with folks that have similar interests. And then if all else fails, journal, right? That's a bit of a solo activity, but if you really truly don't have that social support, use that journal, really get your thoughts out and on paper so that you kind of have an outlet and something to hold you accountable. Another mistake that a lot of people make is setting vague goals. So many people will say, I want to get healthier, I want to lose weight, I want to exercise more. And those are great, but they really don't tell us what we actually need to do and what changes need to be made in order to kind of end up at a healthier spot or a spot where we are more physically active. So we want to be very specific and set SMART goals. And you may have heard this term before, but to review, a SMART goal is specific. So it might say something like, I'm going to include 3 vegetables per day, 5 days a week. So that's very specific, and it's also measurable. So you can look back and say, okay, you know what, last week on 4 days, I achieved those 3 servings. The other days, I only got 2. So it's something that you can measure. It has numbers to it. Your goal should also be attainable. So it should be something that you feel you can achieve. If you kind of shoot for the moon and it's something like, okay, I'm going to go straight for 9 servings of produce every day when currently you're at 1, that might not be attainable. It's going to put you in a stressed situation. It's not going to be a goal that is going to be as likely to be achieved. The R is for relevant. So you want this goal to be relevant to you and what your long-term plan is. And then you also want it to be time-based. So you might say, I'm going to include those 3 servings of vegetables 5 days a week, and I'm going to achieve that within 4 weeks. So it gives you a bit of time to build up to that, but it also says, okay, in 4 weeks, I'm going to check in on myself and see where I'm at. And then another mistake that a lot of people make, and this is something I see all year round when working with my clients, is aiming for perfect. We do not need to be, these perfect, healthy, lifestyle people, 100% of the time in order to achieve results. You want to allow for mistakes. Those mistakes do not mean you failed. Making a less healthy food choice does not negate all of the other healthy choices that you are making. So really try to ditch that all or nothing mentality. It really helps derail you. It doesn't help, move you along this path to sustainable, healthy habits. So really kind of ditch that aiming for perfection and, be okay with a little imperfection. I love the phrase that it's better to be consistently good enough than it is to be sometimes perfect. And I love this quote, a year from now, you'll be glad you started today. It is kind of hard to see the big picture sometimes when it comes to healthy living and well-being, but truly small habits do add up, and every single change that we make, research does show that the subsequent changes after those ones stick are perceived as easier. So that first one might kind of feel like you're walking in sand, but you will kind of come up onto that more firm ground and feel like you're really walking easily in this new healthy lifestyle. And as always, if you need any assistance, schedule with a dietitian. We'd be happy to be on your team to help.
Thanks for watching. If you have any additional questions about what you heard or any other nutrition topic, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Have a great day.